This is the profit and loss question asked in UPSC Civil Service Exam CSAT paper in 2014. If Sohan, while selling two goats at the same price, so the selling price of two goats are same, he makes a profit of 10% on one goat and suffer a loss of 10% on the other. Right. So Sohan is having two goats, right? And the selling price are same, right? We don't know the cost price. We just know that their selling price are same. So let's assume that the cost price of first goat is 100 rupees. Okay. So now what will be the selling price? Because he is making 10% profit. So either we can write directly 110% of cost price, or otherwise you can write cost price plus 10% profit over cost price. So these both are same. So what will be the selling price? We assume CP as 100 for the first goat, right? So it will be 110 upon 100 into 100. So the selling price, this 100 will cancel this 100, 110. So the selling price is 110. If the selling price of this goat is 110, then the selling price of this goat will also be 110, because it is given in the question that the selling price are same, right? So now for the second goat, the selling price of second goat is equal to, we don't know the cost price of second goat, right? But we know that he is making a loss of 10%. So 100 minus 10 will be 90. So it will be 90% of CP, right? Or, and this we know from here it will be 110. So it will be 110 is equal to CP 90 upon 100. This 0 will cancel this 0. This will go this side. So it will become, the cost price will be upon 9, right? So what is the total cost price of both goods? Total cost price क्या होगा? We have 100, we assumed here 100, right? So 100 plus 1100 upon 9. So 9 will go this side, it will become 2000 upon 9, right? So he is asking the percentage change, like he is making overall profit or loss. So we will write the percentage change formula, as we know, is equal to the new price minus old price upon old price into 100, right? So the new price is, new price means selling price. The selling price of both goods is 110, 110. So what will be the total selling price? 110 plus 110. So it will be 220. So the change will be 220 minus the cost price is, total cost price is 2000 upon 9 and 2000 upon 9 into 100, right? I hope यहाँ तक समझ में आ गया होगा. अब we have to solve this thing, right? So this 9 will come the LCM, so it will become 0, right? 8 and 19. 1980 minus 2000 upon 9, and here also we have 2000 upon 9. This 9 will cut this 9 and this will come. Now I am solving here, I don't have a space there, so it will come minus 20 upon 2000 into 100, right? Here we have 100 also, right? So this 0 will cut this 0, this 0 will cut this 0, this 2 will cut this 2. So it will be minus 1%. So minus 1% means there is a loss. Minus means there is a loss. So there is a loss of 1%. So he suffer a loss of 1%. So the answer will be option C, right? We have direct formula also for this questions. Okay. So we can do it through that also. right? But here I am explaining you the basics concept so that if any questions comes with any way, you can solve it, right? So this is very easy question, you can solve it. Okay, with shortcut we will talk about it later. Okay, this is the question of profit and loss asked in UPSC CSET exam 2015, right? A cow cost more than 4 goats but less than 5 goats. If a goat cost between 600 and 800, which of the following is a most valid conclusion? So what is given? That the cow cost is more than 4 goats and but less than what is less than 5 goat, right? Or we can write it like this, that the cost of cow is less than 5 goat but greater than 4 goat. Up, the price of goat is not given, but they have mentioned that the price of goat range between 600 to 800. The minimum price can be 600 and the maximum can be 800, right? So now they are asking about the conclusion. So suppose here these all 4 goats are of 600, right? So it will become 2400, right? Because there will be no goat whose price is less than 600. Okay, so the cow price will be always be more than 2400, right? Because this is the minimum price of goat and this is the maximum price of goat. So if there are 5 goat, then it will be 5 into 800, it will come out 4000, right? So the maximum price could be 4000 and it is given that the cow price will be less than 5 goat. Okay, so the cow price will never go above 4000. So the cow price will be between 2400 and 4000, right? So the conclusion D will be right. Okay, some people may get confused like why we are writing when we are multiplying 600 with 4, why not with 800? Okay, and vice versa. So otherwise you can do what, like let's put 600 in this equation. Okay, then what will come out? The cow price will be, this will be for 2400 and this will be this one, and if we put 800 in the same equation, then the equation will become like this. Okay, so this is the minimum and maximum price of goat, right? So there can be one goat whose price is 600 and there can be other goat whose price is 800. So there can be all goats whose price is 600 and there can be all goats whose price is 800. So goat price range between this thing, between 600 to 800. So this is the two equation we got. So from this equation we know that this is the minimum one, this is the minimum, and this is the maximum price of cow can be, right? Because here we are considering the minimum price of goat, so this will be the minimum price of cow, and here we are considering the maximum price of goat, so this will be the maximum price of cow. So the price of cow is ranging, like from this equation we can say the minimum price of cow will be 2400, and from this equation we can say that the cow price will be less than 4000, right? So either way you can solve it, right? So the answer will remain the same. Okay, so I hope you all got this. If still you have some problem, you can comment us or you can WhatsApp us, right? Or you can call us and I will explain you individually, right? This is the question of profit and loss asked in UPSC CSET exam 2016, right? So the question is, a person allows a 10% discount for cash payment from the marked price of a toy and still he makes a 10% gain. So what the customer, what the shopkeeper is doing? He is offering 10% discount on the marked price, and still he is able to make 10% profit. So what is the cost price of the toy, which is marked 770, right? So see what is happening. There is a cost price, right? There is a marked price and there is a selling price, right? So he is making a 10% profit. So we can say that the selling price is equal to the marked price. He is offering a discount of 10%. So we can write this 10%, right? This is MP, not MK, right? So he is offering 10% discount on marked price. So it means that is his selling price, and the marked price is given 770. So we will put this one here. So it will become 770 minus this 0 will cancel this 0, 1 upon 10 into 770. This 0 will cancel this 0. So this will come out 693, right? So he is selling at 693 rupees and the price is marked 770 rupees. Okay. So the question is asking the cost price. Okay. So we know that the cost price, so cost price is asking, right? And he's selling at 693. So this 693 include 10% profit what he is making, isn't it? So this price include 10% profit or not, right? Because the question is saying that he is selling at this price, still he is making 10% profit. Okay. So we can either write it like this, that the selling price is 693 is equal to what? 10% profit of cost price. So either we can write this is equal to 110% of CP, or you can write it like this, because he is making it 10% profit. If it would have been loss, we have write it minus here, not plus, right, on cost price. So this will come out the same. Okay. So it will be 693 is equal to CP 110 upon 100. This 0 will cancel this 0, right? This 10 will go this side, 11 will come down, right? So this will be CP is equal to 693 into 10 upon 11. 11 can cut this, 63. So the cost price is 630 rupees, right? So the answer will be option C. So the cost price of an article is 630 rupees. I hope you all can understand this question. Okay. This is the question of profit and loss asked in UPSC Civil Services Examination 2017. Right. So the question is, Gopal bought a cell phone and sold it to Ram at 10% profit. So this is Gopal, he bought some mobile, right? And this is Ram. He bought some mobile at, we don't know the price, right? But what he did, he sold it to Ram with 10% profit, right? Then Ram wanted to sell it back to Gopal at 10% loss. What Ram did, after some time, Ram sold it back to Gopal at 10% loss. So what will be the Gopal's position if he agreed? So the question is asking the position of Gopal, right? So suppose the Gopal bought the mobile in rupees 100, right? You all know why we consider 100, because the calculation is easy. That's why we normally consider in percentage questions the price or anything in terms of multiple of 100, right? So Gopal bought the cell phone in 100 rupees. Right. Now what? Now he sold it to Ram with 10% profit. Right. So there is a 10% profit. So it will become 100 plus 10% of 100. This 100 will cancel this 100. So the price is 110. Right. So Ram paid 110 rupees to Gopal and he bought this mobile. Now what Ram did? Ram didn't like the mobile or Ram used it, and after some time he sold it back to Gopal. Right. So and he's saying to Gopal, you buy this mobile at 10% loss. Okay. So he's selling it to back to. Now as I told you that Ram is again selling this to Gopal at 10% loss. Right. So we'll calculate over this price because this is the Ram price. Right. So this is the price of Ram and he's selling at 10% loss. So the minus sign will come, right? And this is the price of Ram. So 10% loss will be on the Ram's price, right? So the Ram's price will come, not the 100, right? So this 0 will cancel this 0, this 0 will cancel this 0. So 110 minus 11 is equal to 99, right? So the Ram is selling to Gopal at 99 rupees, right? But the Gopal bought mobile in 100 rupees, we assume 100, right? So how much profit he is gaining? He is gaining 100 minus 99, so 1 rupee profit. So 1 rupee profit means in percentage term it will be over 100 rupees, so it will be 1%, right? Or you can calculate it like this, the percentage change, right? Over what price? Over 100, right? So it will be in answer in percentage, okay? So it will be 1%. So Gopal is gaining the benefit of 1%. So what is the Gopal position he is asking, right? The question is asking the Gopal position. So he is gaining a gain of 1%. So option C is the right answer. This is easy question, right? If you understand the basic, you can solve it, this type of question, very easily, right? So the first of all you have to focus on understanding the concepts, okay? The trick we can use it, I will cover those things in a later stage, okay? This is a question of profit and loss asked in UPSC Civil Services Exam CSAT paper 2018. A shopkeeper sells an article at rupees 40 and gets X% profit. If he is selling an article at rupees 40, he gets X% profit. However, when he sells it at rupees 20, he faces same percentage of loss. This keyword is important here, same percentage of loss means X% of loss, right? So here they are not writing X% again, okay? So this is important thing you have to check, right? What is the original cost of the article? Let's suppose the original cost of an article is X, right? So what he is doing in the first case, what he is doing? In the first case, what he is doing, that he is selling article with X% profit. So let's suppose, don't take X here because X is given. Let's take P, right? So P is the price, initial price, okay, plus X% of P. This is what his selling price, and selling price is given 40 rupees, right? So he's selling at 40 rupees and he's getting a profit of X%. In the second condition, they have given that he is selling at 20 rupees. So this is P. And what percentage of loss? There is a loss, so we will use minus and the same percentage. So there is X% only. of P is equal to 20 rupees. So P is the price. He is getting a loss of X% and the price is given 20 rupees. This is given, right? So what you can do, you can solve this equation. So it will be like P, you can take P common. So it will be 1 plus X upon 100 is equal to 40, and it will be P 1 minus X upon 100 is equal to 20, right? So you have to solve this equation. What you can do, you can just divide the equation 1 by equation 2, right? So when you divide this one, this P will cut this P, right? This 0 will cancel this 0. From this 2 you can cut this, and this thing will come this side. So it will become 1 plus X upon 100 is equal to 2 1 minus X upon 100, right? So it will become, this 2 will go inside, right? So this 2x will become minus 2x. This minus 2x we will take this side. So it will become X upon 100 plus 2x upon 100, and this will be 2. From 1, this side of 1 will go this side, so it will become this one, right? And it will become 3x upon 100 is equal to 1, right? So it will be what? X is equal to 100 by 3, right? So this is the percentage of profit, or we can say in the second case this is a percentage of loss, right? Now we have to find out the original cost. So original cost is P. So you can just write this X in any equation, in the first or the second, right? So it will become how much? Suppose we are putting this X in first equation. So it will be P plus 100 by 3 into 100 into P is equal to 40. This 100 will cancel this 100, right? So we will take LCM 3. So it will become 4P upon 3 is equal to 40. This 4 will cut this one. It will become 10. So P will be 30. So what is the original cost is P. So we got the P. P is 30. So the correct answer is option 3, right? So here I am using the unitary method, or I am telling you, I am solving this question by using all the steps, so you can get clarity like how to solve these kind of questions but how we will solve in the exam is different altogether. But first of all you have to understand all the step, right? Then only you can use some trick in the exam to solve it very fast, right? So in exam you can solve it through options also here in this questions, okay? So we will talk about it later, but right now you have to focus on understanding the basic concept, okay? So I hope you got this. If still you have some problem, you can comment and we will get back to you. This is the question of profit and loss asked in UPSC Civil Services exam CSAT paper in 2020, right? So the question is, a person bought a car and sold it for rupees 3 lakhs. If he incurred a loss of how much? 20%. Then how much did he spend to buy a car? So what was the initial price? In what price he bought this car, right? So there is a person P who bought a car. The price of car is not given, right? So let's assume he bought in, the buying price is X, right? And what is the selling price? The selling price is 3 lakhs. And how much loss he incurred? He incurred a loss of 20%. So this loss will be on what price? It will be on buying price. So if you remember, I told you that 100% of X is X, or in percentage for profit and loss quotient, we write x as 100% of x, right? If there is a loss of 20%, then it will be like 80% of x. So we will deduct this 20 from this 100, or you can write all the steps, right? Like the initial price is x and there is a loss, so we will use minus of 20% over what price? X, right? So loss के बाद how much? This is equal to 3 lakhs because this is our selling price. Okay, you can cancel this. Then this x you can take common because here is also x, here is also x. So it will become 1 minus 1 upon 5 is equal to 3 lakhs, right? So it will be x, 5 will be LCM, 5 minus 1, it will be 4 upon 5 is equal to 3 lakhs. Then this 5 will go, it will get changed when you will take this side. So it will be x is equal to 3 lakhs into 5 upon 4, right? From this 4 you can cancel this one, right? So it will be this much. So what will be the price of x? Right? So this is 3,75,000, right? So this is the x. So he bought, so this is what? This is the buying price. So it means the person bought a car in 3,75,000, right? And he sold it at 3 lakhs. So he incurred a loss of 20%. So the answer is option D. So this is our answer, right? I hope ये सबको समझ आया होगा. Okay, अगर still you have problem, so you can connect with us. Okay. This is a question of profit and loss asked in UPSC Civil Service Examinations CSAT paper 2021. The question is, if the price of an article decreased by 20%, then the new price is increased by 25%. Then what is the net change in the price? See, this kind of questions are asked many times in UPSC exam, right? And this is very easy. And here is no need to understand the concept of profit and loss. Simply by using the concept of percentage, you can solve this. So if you remember the percentage, I told you, like whenever we assume some figure like x or y for solving questions, but in case of percentage, we assume normally 100 or the multiple of 100 because the calculation is easy if we use 100 or a multiple of 100, right? So we will assume that the initial price of an article is 100, right? And then it got decreased by 20%. So if you remember, I told you like 100% of x is x, or you can say in percentage, normally we write some number x as 100% of that number. Both are same thing. If we are saying that there is a decrease of 20%, so what we can do, we can directly deduct 20 from this 100 and it will become 80% of x, right? So the number will become 80%. If there is an increase, suppose there is no decrease but there is an increase of 25%, then we can normally just add in 100, then it will become 125% of x, right? So here the first condition is that the price of an article decreased by 20%, right? So there is an decrease of 20%, right? So we can directly write 80% of initial price. What is the initial price? 80% of 100, then it will become 80 rupees, If you are not understanding this thing, what you can do, you can directly write, what you can write, the initial price is 100 plus 20% of 100, and you can solve this. Oh, there is a decrease actually, so here the minus will come, not the plus, right? So it will be minus. So if you will solve this, it will come 80 rupees only, right? Now the second condition, is the new price is increased by 25%. So now our current price is what? 80 rupees plus sign, because there is a decrease, right? 25%, right? Because there is an increase of 25%, so we will write like this, and here 100 will come or the 80 will come. It will come 80 here, because this is our current price, 80 rupees, not the 100, right? So you will solve this. So this will be 100. So the final price is 100, the initial price is 100. So what is the net resultant change? The net resultant change is 0, because there is no change. So the A will be our answer, right? Or if you remember the percentage change formula, we write the final price minus initial price upon initial price into 100. So this will be 100 minus 100 upon 100 into 100. Okay, so this will be 0, so it will be 0%. Okay, so there is no need to do this thing, you can directly say, right? So I hope you सबको समझ आया होगा. If you still have some problem, you can connect with us and we will resolve all your queries. This is a profit and loss question asked in UPSC Civil Services Exams CSAT paper in 2020, right? So the question is, the increase in the price of a certain item was how much? 25%. Then the price was decreased by 20%, and then again increased by 10%. What is the resultant increase in the price? So the question is asking, suppose there is an item, initially the price increased by 25%, then decreased by 20%, and then finally increased by 10%. So the final price, right? So the final price got increased or decreased? The question is like that. Okay. So see, profit and loss questions we can directly do using the concept of percentage, right? So there is no need to learn new concept of profit and loss, because most of the questions you can do simply by using the percentage concept. Okay, so here I will try to solve all these questions using percentage concept only, right? So in percentage, if you remember, in most of the questions we assume let the price of product is how much? 100, right? Why we consider normally 100? Why not something else? You have to write answer in the comment, right? So now this question is like, but 25% increase in the price, right? So what is the final price after 25% increase? It will be like 100 plus 25% of 100. This 100 will cancel this 100, then it will become 125, right? You don't need to do these things if you understand the basic concepts what I told you, like 100% of x will be x itself, right? Or you can say, like in percentage, x is written as 100% x. If I am saying 25% increase, then it will become how much? It will become 125% of x. Okay, if in x we are having 25% increment, then it will become this much. If I am saying that there is an decrement of 20% in x, then it will become 100% of x. Why 80%? Because 100 is x, so we have to decrease 20 out of 100. So 100 minus 20, it will become 80% of x. Okay, so here we will use that thing only. So if there is 25% increment, we can directly write what we can write. We can directly write 125% of what we assume 100. So 125 upon 100 into 100, this 100 will cancel this one, right? Now this is the first part. Second is decrease by 20%. So as I told you here, what I can directly write? I can directly write 80% of what's the current price? The current price is 125, right? So it will become 80 upon 100 into 125. From 25 we can cut this, right? 4 will cancel this. So the price will be 100, right? And the third is increase of 10%. So from this concept, what we can do? From this concept, we can directly write 110 because 100% is that number. So there is an increase of 10%. So we can write 110% of what's the current price? Current price is 100. So it will be 110 upon 100 into 100. This 100 will cancel this 100. So what's the price? 110. Right. So this is the final price. And what was the initial price we assume? 100. So what's the net change? If you remember, I told you percentage change is how much? Final price minus initial price upon initial price into 100. This come in percentage. So this will cut 100 will cut this one. So it will be 10%. So 10% is our answer. Means option B is our answer. Right. So I hope ये सबको समझ आया होगा. If you still have some problem, you can comment or you can call us or you can WhatsApp us. Okay. And I will explain you this question personally. Right.